Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. The anniversary update is here, and welcome to the Airbus A310. Oh yes, finally with us, taking flights in the iniBuilds A310, the latest default aircraft Microsoft Flight Simulator, on flights from here in Munich to London Heathrow. Flight time about 1 hour and 30 minutes. As you can see, I picked a great day for flying. The weather is absolutely fantastic right now in Germany, but things should start to clear up a bit as we get closer towards our destination. But fingers crossed, things go well. I must admit, I'm not exactly an expert on the A310. It's not an airplane I've really had a chance to fly too much. But again, touch wood, fingers crossed, this should be a pretty good flight. Jump cockpit, set aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for departure today. So welcome to the Airbus A310. I must admit, this is an aircraft with a yoke, which I need to plug in. I'll do that in a couple of moments. Because yes, the A300 and A310 aircraft both use rudder, so you can see. Sorry, both use yoke, not side stick. This aircraft predates fly-by-wire, so have a bit of fun with that later on. First things first, let's set the aircraft up and prepare ourselves for departure. Again, touch wood, I know what I'm doing. First things first, bring the aircraft to life, bring the batteries on. External power available set. RO switches to nav. We're going to activate the it's the PTU electric pumps and PTU systems to activate on the hydraulic power. We'll hit the aircraft up very shortly. We'll also get the aeroplane systems active, so if you want to do in a second. Over here, the probe heats, activate those now. Same with the window heaters. Set the oxygen supply on, and that should be everything for the overhead power now. Right, clear that. We're going to be able to do this. We'll get the aircraft loaded, I guess, and start going around there. So this is the EFB tablet. This aircraft comes as default, which is absolutely fantastic, and I absolutely adore it. So welcome everyone to chat. Welcome Avgeek, welcome Horrid, welcome Game Man, Flight Master, Horrid, if England 0, and I don't know, still me. Yes, so GPU's connected, jetway has been done by GSX, ASU air supply don't really need, doors are links to doors, which is fine. Anything else I need to tie that, so I'll take off performance calculator. This is our checklist, and over here, weight and balance. So we'll get packs in the background, start boarding our passengers. So flying from Munich to Heathrow, the times of flight 2476, 36,000 feet cruise, and 30 on the clock, departure in approximately 24 minutes. Flying the Airbus A310, 230 passengers. Aircraft does not have Wi-Fi, but the cabin would insinuate that we have got seatback entertainment, so we'll be using that today. Next page. Won't use boarding music, since I presume this aircraft predates boarding music, but we have got a safety briefing which we shall use for Lufthansa. Yes, the snack service, noting on service, customers not required, and the flight numbers will continue, and so passengers start boarding on that end. Right, in fact, before I do that, let's get the RS aligned, so clear that. Welcome to the FMS. Very similar to a modern Airbus, just the good old black and green display here which you need to follow. Initialization, departure airport is Echo Delta Delta Mike, and our arrival is Echo Golf Lima Lima. It is possible to link your sim brief to this aircraft, so if you head over to menu, go to ACARS, and here you can request sim brief data, you can do your username plus your ATS messages, but we'll be doing it all manually today. Right, so the RS we can now align. This will take approximately 7 minutes, plenty of time to get the aircraft loaded from this end. Doing something kilos. So passenger count today was 230, so I'll load that up. Our cargo is going to be 5.7. And our fuel on board today is going to be a block fuel of 12109. Stand by. Let's double check out this is in the right units. Sim brief. It's 50 kilos, right? Just want to be sure. Fuel load. Yep, 111219 kilos. Oh no, it's zero fuel weight. So cruise fuel, block fuel 12109. That's fine. Right, fuel is going to be. To be fair, actually, that's not too much. It's fine. Okay, 12109. So 12200 would be fine. Cool. So apply that. Aircraft now, what is then to the aircraft, switch over to live, and it shows us our current aircraft onboard statistics. These numbers should match this page, perfect. Right, back to FMS, let's plug in our routing, we'll plug in the rest of the initialization, shall we? So, cruising altitude today, according to our flight plan, it's going to be a cruise of flights level 370 by UNTEX. East to west, yeah, the odd number, so 370 set. Flight ID, we are Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor. Delta Lima Hotel 6 Yankee Victor. That goes into there. Head to the next page, plug in our numbers. So our block fuel on board today was 12.2. Our zero fuel weight we can grab from here. Zero fuel weight is 111.2. And that will then just calculate our takeoff weight, our landing weights, which should match. We just get close to. So our landing weight is estimated to be system 113.4. This tells me it should be 116.5. So I'll plug that in for the sake of getting numbers on the flight plan correct. That's fine, agrees with that. And centre of gravity we can grab from the tablet. So centre of gravity is 26% with a trim at 0.9 up required. 26% goes into there. And that's our initialisation completed. Head now over to the flights plan. And let's begin our routing, shall we? Starting off with Mazzi. So, Mike, Echo, Romeo, Sierra, India. From Mazzi, we fly the Yankee 100 Airway. So that goes into here. From Yankee 100, we fly to Tango Romeo Alpha. That's one thing I like about the A310's FMS, sorry, is that it has a progressive flight planning mode. So, from Tri, we then fly the Uniform Zulu 613, which should appear on the list further down. And that takes us to Hock. From Hock, we then fly the Uniform Lima 613. That takes us to D-Door. Next page for D-Door, which, funny enough, is not on this list. Stand by. Oh, there we go, D-Door, found it. Yeah, benefit of the progressive flight plans, that gives you basically press, flight plans constructed. Negative, it can take a little bit longer to actually find the waypoints you want. From D-Door, we fly the Uniform Tango 10, and that takes us to Alesso. Also, not alphabetical order, it's the airway order of the actual routing itself, the airway, and so it also depends on how long you're flying a particular route, could take a little bit longer. From Alesso, that's another flight plan, departing runway 08 right at Munich, and expecting runway 09 left at Heathrow. Perfect. So that's our flight plan plugged in. Since we've got our numbers in, that's already filled in our altitude and speeds. Microsoft graphics on Xbox. I must admit, easy flight, I'm not too sure. I don't use Xbox, so I'm afraid I can't really comment much on that. The aircraft on its own doesn't come with a cabin, but there is an enhanced version with a cabin added to the aeroplane. I don't mind too much, still a bit of glitching on the carpet there, but apart from that, it does the job. So ugly, it's the 310 for you, mate. Short, stubby, but did the job. Also, ignore the tailcode twice on there. That's the livery's tailcode, that's just takeoff from the sim. Apart from that though, we are flying Lufthansa in the 310 in the fog today. Great visibility, great job Drawyah for choosing an airport. That's going to show the best of this aeroplane. Right, Iris will be lined in approximately 2 minutes, which is fine. Once that's going, we can go with the rest of the startup. Back to the flight plan. Let's actually not do that. Let's head over to the ATIS. Munich Tower is online, and therefore let's pick up our weather information. One thing that IVAO have now added is Voice UNICOM. So just like that, we can now communicate with other pilots once airborne and speak to them from the sky and use type, which is very, very good, much appreciated. So be sure to try out that during the flight as well. Munich ATIS is on 123.130, so we'll tune to that now. 123.130. That's park and brake. Grab the switch beneath there.
Visibility on runway 08 right. 1,500 degrees.
Not great audio signal at the moment. Blame the fog for that.
Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down.
Yes, Shadow, I do use packs. I do use packs. H1034. And now.
information
If
now
you are not able
on
or prefer
initial
not to perform these
contact.
actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last
Course,
minute
information, right, we'll get out of that. Right, tune to Munich on frequency 118705.
Expect arrival runway 26 right and 26 left. Take off runway 26 right and 26 left.
So 26 runway departures today, which we can deal with, that's fine. So our flight plan that stated at runway was 08 right, therefore request the runway from the ATC today. Cool. Right, so we are right now at stand 212, type Airbus A310. Let's request our clearance, shall we? Information Foxtrot is active. Gordon Arbon, Munich Tower. This is Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor, stands 212 with information Foxtrot requesting clearance to London Heathrow.
Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor, München Tower. Very good evening. Information Foxtrot is correct. Startup approved. You are cleared London Heathrow via Mersey 4 Echo departure route, runway 08 right, flight planned route, climb flight level 70, squawk 1017.
Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor is cleared to destination Heathrow. This will be on the Mersey 4 Echo departure, runway 08 right. Initial climb level 70, squawk 1017.
This is correct. Just one question, because your route is going southbound, southwestbound. But as I know, London is to the north. Is this the correct route for you?
Hang on. That's weird. Stand by, let me double check the flight plan. Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor. Right, stay commenting on our route, checks us to the south. I mean, that's what's in brief has given me, and I presume if you go down to the winds page, yeah, so you can see we kind of fly into the wind and the northerly routes. Yeah, well, we'll stick with that. The winds look more appropriate for the slightly curved route. Right? This means that it should be more of a straight line path rather than what we're doing now. Yep, Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor, we're happy with the flight plan, doing the routes we have due to winds, but we're happy with the flight plan, 6 Yankee Victor. Right, so they've given us departure on runway 08 right, this is on the Mersey 4 Echo departure. So we'll go find that, insert that, clear you, and this is telling me that the flight plan, or the RS, is now aligned, so that's looking good. Stick you onto the coordinates page for now, which is not you, it's you. Yes, cool. So, going to activate now the pitch trim. Now the RS is aligned. Also now activate all of the autopilot systems for us, which we can all set up. As well as that, we'll turn on the fuel pumps. So what fuel tanks are we actually using at the moment? Would be a good question. Use the ECAM page quickly, go over to the fuel page. We can see that we are using fuel right now in so we've got outer, inner, all the sensors are empty. Outer, inner, then all the sensors are empty, so these toes turned off. APU starts, nice and simple. AP master switch comes to on, and APU we can start. We now switch the ECAM over to the APU page. We can monitor the APU startup. While it does that, head back to the FMS, and we are going to head over to our takeoff page now. Catch it in a second, was it squawk 1017 with set 1017. That's fine, and that's all fine. We wanted to test 800 on the standby. Today. Right. Microsoft Flight Sim has had a few server issues as well today, because of course big updates, everyone's interested, so we'll have to play around it a few times. Right, let's still take off the calculation, so we're going to need our charts for this. let's head over to the runway charts at Munich. So,
To go when you are.
thank you. Right, runway 08 right. I can see that the runway length is 400 meters, 4,000 meters. Sorry. So, takeoff runway available is 4,000.
Gentlemen, and welcome aboard.
Surface conditions are dry, foggy but dry.
London Heathrow.
Runway heading
Time
is
roughly 1 hour
080.
and 30 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make
The
sure that
winds
all
right now at
cabin
Munich
doors
are being
are
reported
now
as
shut down and stowed.
what was it on the ATIS? 0603. Outside air temperature is reported at 2 degrees centigrade, 2.2, with QNH of 1034. Very high pressure. This is 1014. Let me adjust that on my aircraft. Does it even go that high? 1034. There we go. Cool. Altimeter 30.53 for the Americans on here. Right, aircraft takeoff weight. Grab that from our flight plan. Back to the very top, please. Operational flight plan. Takeoff weight is estimated to be at 122.929. 122.9. Insert that. Calculate takeoff speeds. It'll be flex 57, V1 165, rotate 167, and V2 of 170. 165, 167 go onto the FMS. Can't adjust the V2 from what I gather. FCU, I don't know if you can actually adjust it on here perhaps. Speed indicator is here. Yeah, nothing you need to select, can't set the bugs, so we'll just stick it onto the autopilots. So 170. Altitude initial climb was 7,000 feet, so set 7,000 onto the altitude indicator. This goes in the hundreds. This does take time to do, but we'll get there. Heading selects, we'll leave that, actually set that to 080 for runway heading. And vertical speed, we can just leave that blank. Cool, flight directors are in the on position already, so we'll just set you, and you're already set. Throw priority over to the captain's side, which hopefully it's not done that as I expected. Why not work, aeroplane? There you go. Right, flipped it over. Captain's now got the crosshairs. Cool. Everything else you can leave as is. Aircraft in icing range. AP is running. Solar power's connected. Parking brake on. Cool. So, what it's going to do is get rid of the well, click set up APU bleed and throw off the ground power. At this point, we are almost ready for push and start. Seatbelt signs on, no to automatic, link that to packs. And, cool. Alright, strobe lights to auto, beacon lights off, no required. Nav lights set to position 2, lane lights and nose lights all off for now. Alright, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing I've forgotten at this stage, so we are ready, presumably, for push and start. I'm going to take off the page, of course, but we're going to quickly close all the exits, make sure everything is secured. Go into ground power units. Everything that's holding us now is the parking brakes. Move back onto the takeoff information. Right, so once you click the panel, I'm sure there's nothing I've forgotten about, I'm aware of. Parapeats and anti-heaters are on. I must admit, oh there we go, there's anti-ice, I'll do that later on, the aircraft have started. AP's running, signs all set, everything all set as expected. Right, so we're going to call the pushback tug from GSX, so request pushback and departure, and let's now call in the controller and request our pushback. Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor, stand 212 is ready for push and start.
Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor, push and start approved, facing south.
Push and start approved to the south for Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor. Cool, so Wing Walker now moving towards the aircraft to secure it. I presume this aircraft already has its own GSX Pro files then, because okay, no, it does not. She's gonna Okay, so pushback tug's not going to be in quite the right place for that. She's going to the very centre of the aeroplane. At some point I can imagine there'll be a free GSX profile available for the aeroplane, but for now, we'll make do with what it's got. Doors in the right positions, just the nose gear appears to be a little bit off. Yes, I've got FS Realistic, we are using that as well today, don't you worry. Yes, saw the F1 today, Haas got pole position, that was unheard of. Fair play to them. Right, low pressure on the hydraulics, that's fine, that will kick and slide when the engines have started. Galley, no power onto galley, that's all fine. And yeah, it has that moved to position, albeit not in the right place. Right, so position starts to the south, that means our so I'm currently facing. Right, so nose goes left, tail goes right, push to the right is what we need today. Yep, I did like the aeroplane. Like I say, it's a proper old-fashioned Airbus with a yoke, not a stick. Hang on, so it was nose, left, tail, right. And so, in a second, I'm going to switch. Right, park brakes released. I'll switch over to the yoke in 2 seconds. Alright, let's switch back, shall we? Make sure that our beacon lights are activated. With the engine start up, we're going to smooth the aircraft starter to system A, engine 2.
Clear prop.
Don't like clear prop, that's that profile, link to profile, no, we'll just copy it from the Phoenix. There we go. Right, so watching the N2 now, wait till it's 22, engine 2, fuel flow, start. Right. Engine 2, good start. Waits for the switch to reset. And engine 1, we can now start. Once again, watching the N2. Wait for the N2 to hit 22. And engine 1, fuel flow, starts. The Beluga would be interesting. Searching for a mini-sim who have built the Beluga for X-Plane. I mean, it says you're the A3... Is it the A310 the Beluga, or was it the A300 the Beluga was one of the final? I think it was an A300 600, wasn't it? Could be wrong. I'm fairly sure it's A300. Parking brake sets. I'll show you liveries in a short bit, Flight 01, show once you've taken off. Right, so, ECAS what up, your dampers to flight control, ATS off resets, ATS, oops. Trim pump, that's fine, if photo pop and trim's not empty, set D trim TK motor to forwards. This is the bit where I'm now going to start having no idea what I'm doing, because I have no idea what trim TK forward position is. Engine's least bit on continuous, the APU now coming off. Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? I'll skip that station, I don't know what it means. Once you can set TK to auto, if no fuel in line, that's fine. Auto fuel feed faults. Let's have a look, what wouldn't you like? So that's set, cross feed's active, shift flow to engines, system looks okay to me. What I can do is, okay, set the trim to on, that's what it wants, thank you. And then anything else I can just clear, hopefully. Fuel feed, manual control, clear that. Cool, ECAM's cleared. We'll put you onto the engines page now to check our engines as required. In fact, before we do that, let's head over to the flight control page and let me now quickly plug in my yoke. Yeah, should have done this. Whoops, should have done this before the stream, but I guess got a bit rushing to actually get this thing started. So I just need to quickly, you know, get it plugged in. Keeps default and resume. Right. Stand by. Cool. Yoke is secured. Oops. Right, quick flight control check, starting off with the elevators. All good. Ailerons, all good. Rudder, all good. And spoilers up, spoilers down, perfect. So that's 15 according to the tablet we need to set to, so back to the tablets. Yeah, use flaps 15 for takeoff. Flaps position 15. Cool. AP shut down. That's all fine. People to make sure it's fine. Calculate the anti-icing, since it is cold enough to require it. Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor is ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor, taxi to entry Sierra 7 via Whiskey 2.
Grab that on the ground charts.
Taxi to entry Sierra 7 via Whiskey 2.
Yep, got that. Taxiing to entry Sierra 7 by Whiskey 2 for Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor. Right, parking brakes released. Let's taxi, shall we? Cancel the brakes to max if we need to for takeoff. We will do some Mahan Air and Iran Air hops as well at some points, but for now, for the first flight, we'll go for a slightly more heritage flight that I'm sure people, well, for an airline I'm sure people have definitely heard of. Mahan Air, a bit more rural, but I say no of them. In fact, I was flying one day as well. I'd love to fly the 310. I think there's only 3 operators left in the real world, so you never know, maybe one day. Show taxi lights are active. Takeoff light set. Nope, taxi lights for now. Toronto, Beijing long. It's not a bad option actually. Can be done in 310. It's not a bad shout. You never know. You never know. Yes, weather radar is now finally working. In fact, it's probably quite useful to have in this weather as well. Weather radar is down here. Let me get Sierra 7 and then we'll activate that. Yeah, we don't talk about that game, man. Also, I love the sound in this aeroplane. When we take off,
Yankee Victor, continue to category 2, holding point the runway 0 right via Sierra and Bravo deal.
stand by, let's grab the... Continue to holding Bravo 2 via Sierra and Bravo 2 for Lufthansa 6 Victor Yankee Victor. Alright, so we take Sierra.
Category 2, holding point due to low visibility operations.
Yeah, so it's going to be low visibility operation, so Sierra 2 we stand by. There, Bravo 2 will go to, that's fine. Right, as you taxi out, so we switch over to the weather radar and turn that system on. Thank you there to Revo, £5. Thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. Realism at its finest. Oh yes, trust me. Realism, I've got no idea what I'm doing. But thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. Also very helps if I knew what I was doing here as well. Must admit, I don't. Oh, there we go. Yeah. As you can see, there's quite low visibility in front of us today. We'll hopefully let that clear up as the flight departs out. So I can actually run over a few more ground vehicles because they keep nicking my taxiway. Frame right now, I am getting about 20, 22, 23. Bear in mind I am flying the A310 with the enhanced edition with the cabin and everything. And a decent scenery as well by Simwings, Munich Simwings, so I have got quite a bit going on behind that. Okay, cabin A310. So if you go to the marketplace, Silly Billy Cow, and search A310, there is a free upgrade to the A310, which essentially brings the cabin systems to life. Okay, if you're on Xbox, don't bother. If you're on PC, go for it. Yeah, a lot of ground crew on the ground today. We're just gonna... There's another one. Low visibility operations, right? God, I don't want to run that little buggy over. Nothing left. Yeah, you just push to the right, please. Nope, you can go in front of us, that's fine. Xbox is fine, I'm just saying you don't really need the cabin update for Xbox because you're a bit more limited in terms of the camera movements as far as I'm aware. At some point I wouldn't mind giving the MSFS a go on Xbox. I wouldn't mind seeing kind of how it actually looks and feels to play. Sim brief costings for the A310. Ooh, good point, I actually set the costings, yeah, haven't I? Did I? No, I didn't. Initialization. Cost index is on the next page. Where is it? Initialization. No, cost index is 0, right. Cost index, you can find that on the SimBrief flight plan on your right hand side. So, crew system, be Mike 80. And therefore, I think you can just plug in the M80. The Takeoff systems are old enough. So, M80 sets. No, it's not. Okay, so it sets it to 80. So yeah, where you normally get the CI equals so and so on the A310, it's marked as a crew system. Alright, so right now just taxiing towards Bravo 6, make a left onto Bravo 2 holding point. Yes, context does differ in the aircrafts. Yes, Flight 01 said once we take off deliveries, then to say every 5 seconds. Right, so to confirm that we are currently on nav mode. Zoom out a bit if we need to, that's on map, that's fine. So currently on nav mode, which is fine, got VOR and ILS if required. ILS will do when we get towards the airport, of course. 10,000 climb 170 V2 setting, that's fine. Can activate the nav mode if we need to. Auto throttle activates once we're airborne. And profile essentially lets the aircraft fly on VNAV. So LNAV is nav, VNAV is profile on the aeroplane. So it's still diffs. Yes, that is correct, Revo. Alright, it's Bravo 4 in section crossing now. Bravo 2 shall be our next one. I say, MSFS servers certainly having a bit of a battle today with the some updates. All of a sudden, more people than usual trying to use the sim, which is just not popping up though. Just show me once, call it a day. That is annoying. Certainly, I'm about to take off. Come on, sim, just get rid of it. Right, Bravo 2, I'm going to hold position. Right, let's do this, shall we? Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor, holding Bravo 2, ready to depart.
Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor, wind 740 3 knots, plan 0 and right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff from a 08 to right, Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure. Set you to TAR right. Let's enter the runway. Hopefully, let's say, if I can get rid of that message. Really annoying. I'll try to do 2 on the A310. See if I can. Hang on. Fast up one more time. Go on, sim. Do it. Pop up one more time. Let me just quickly kill the online stuff there. Data, online functionality. Just gonna kill it for now. Turn it back on hopefully later on in the flights. Just, you know, that is really annoying. Stand by. Cool. Can't throw me out the sim if there is no more internet on the sim. Just please hurry up, because I am also on the live network, IVAO, and therefore they can now see me. Here we go. Cool. Yellow system project systems low, that's fine. The aircraft will pick up on that once we're airborne. So it's 166 V1, rotate 167, V2 170. Throttles 40, Gen 1, engines 1-2 stable. Enjoy the buzzsaw for this, it's a beautiful sound. Knots. V1 rotates. Positive right, gear up. Don't forget. Landing lights, please. Whoops, that's one. Like I say, still getting there. The 310, still getting there. Right, now following the flights director. So move it to the right. Stick the auto throttle on. Aircraft control speed now. Also, this is autopilot to shoot the airplane directing for us, make my life a bit easier. So it should now be on nav mode with the profile active and on auto throttle. That's up. Now what I'm trying to do is increase the tilt for the weather around a little bit, so you can get more of the view ahead of me rather than towards the ground. A little bit of turbulence, and a very flat cloud, I must admit. The A310, well, we aren't particularly flying very heavy at the moment, it's the 310, but certainly could be argued that is relatively overpowered. Nav mode system on, should we find the profile please, auto throttle active. There we go, that's more stable. Get all of that. Throttles using the Thrustmaster Hotas Warthog throttles. Thrustmaster Warthog. Aircraft can hold 230 knots initially until it gets to about 2213. Okay, I might get the. Okay, we'll do speed intention as well. So speed, pull you or push you. then hold that to 250 knots. Do Mac as well if we need to. Climb profile. Well, I can't really. I must admit, I can't give you a great explanation on climb profile, but essentially, well, at the moment, holding at 7.0. Work out the rest in a moment. Set the altimeter over to 1013. Sorry, 10. Yeah, 1013 2992. Altimeter standard. I mean, it's not so much. Well, I mean, there's some more like a Boeing in terms of the fact it has a yoke, of course, but the 310 built in the 19. What's Takeoff built? Takeoff was built in, well, first in 1982, so early 1980s, before Airbus developed fly-by-wire, and therefore did the same flight control systems as Boeing through cable linkage instead. As a result, has yokes, not sticks. But regardless, still a very fun aeroplane to fly. So we'll wait for the ATC to give us the Unicom handover. If they don't give it to us, we'll just go over to it ourselves. So yeah, a little bit low on hydraulics and some. So yeah, yellow system's a little bit low on hydraulics. Is there anything I can do to try and improve that? Yeah, that's actually completely gone. No, it's not. Yellow. That's in the green zone, or through in the green zone. So I'm not sure what's something about low hydraulics. What's the issue now? Oh, Unicom 1228 for Lufthansa 6 Yankee Victor. Thank you very much. I'll see you December. Bye. Your input 2 is off. Why is that? It's just off. Goes back on. That's more like it. Then that's fine. Clear you. Switch Unicom 122-800. And continue our climb to our cruising altitude at flight level 370. Profile continue. Captain 777 has not seen many updates since it first released. I don't think it's really improved that much. Again, don't recommend it. Was there a crash in Russia was there today? I have to look into that. I'm not aware of it, I must admit. Well, thoughts with the families on board. Hopefully it's something that can be recovered. Regardless of your opinions at the moment with what's going on, they are still human beings, and therefore, so thoughts are with the families affected and that. Can we turn our data back on? Check my graphics as well. Clouds set to ultra, which they are. No data. Right, can we bring this back on now since we're actually climbing out? It's going to be all there. So we'll give it a go. If it's going to sit out all stream, we'll just kill it entirely. There we go, successfully connected. Perfect. I'll leave it at that then. Although 2 times of multiplier since I've got no real need for it. Cool. Continue our climb outs. Passing 10,000 feet, landing lights off and retracted.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet.
Quite a bank on the 310, I must say. That thing's quite the angle to it. Just about the cloud layer now, I can kill the weather radar as well. Don't particularly need it anymore. That goes into there. Yes, change frequency now on 1.8 Unicom. which on IVAO now has Voice UNICOM, so if there are any aircraft nearby, we will be able to communicate with them during the flights. That's some climb out. Next stop is London Heathrow Airport. But we're airborne, we're on piece still, so I'm obviously doing something right in the 310. Hopefully, like I say, that's here to stay for the rest of the trip. Aircraft's going to increase its speed now, continue its climb out, and hopefully it's pretty good. Turn off continuous now, since we're well above 10,000. See what signs are on, turn those off very shortly. Feel free to still manual control is fine, that's fine. Yeah, so yeah, leave fuel flow as it is. Maybe leaders off, that's fine. So, see what signs off. And what else do I want to do? 2019 HD, anti-icing on. That's all fine. Cool. Let's climb out, shall we? I've approached this yet. I must admit, flight fan, I have not. So I've done a practice like startup and departure. I have never done an approach and landing in the 310, so I'm hoping it's going to be similar to the 320 and kind of how it operates. I hope at least. We'll see how it actually goes. I look ahead on the IVAO website. I'm expecting the ATC at Heathrow today. I low-key hope there isn't, but oh cool, we've got the entire Heathrow Director online. So yes, we will be probably given vectors and approach activities there as well. That's fine. We'll listen to data later on and get our information and approach configured. That's not a problem. It's a good 310. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Right, liveries. If you go to the iniSim manager, once it loads, for liveries, all you've got to do is head over to no, you stick around, Harvey, stick around. Don't mind ATC. Right, go to Livery Manager, and then there you go. Phoenix 320, 310, PMDG aircraft as well. So, go to Airbus A310, and you've got a nice selection of liveries available to download. All free, all there available for the aircraft to run. There you go, that's pretty much it. Oops. Yeah, it's still low hydraulic pressure. So it's not, it's in the green, it's in the safe zone. Like I say, I'm not an expert in the A310, it's probably something I am doing a bit wrong. I'm not going to touch that. Ooh, okay, I've done something, it's not liking it. Well, it's killed half our yaw dampers. Alright, so yaw damper 2 is controlled to the yellow hydraulic system, and it's not happy. Not happy at all. I mean, if the pistons are active either, that's telling me that there's something wrong with the RS. 1, 2, 3 still aligned, no warnings have popped up. Spoilers faults as well. Except, look, it's in the green. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to get the hydraulic pressure up. It's in the green, it looks okay, it's not shouting at me. Aircraft's pressurised, the pack valves are open, or set. I'm not looking at those buttons because that's going to depressurise the aeroplane. What are we doing? If anyone knows the A310, how does one get the hydraulic pumps up? That's into the yellow system, that's the RAT and the PTU. Not systems necessarily important to the flight at the moment, although if I end up becoming an air transit glider, the Azores glider as a reference, well, the RAT will probably become important, but for now, we'll leave as it is. System 1 take charge of everything. Aircraft is still airborne. You have to go for something true. I could, let's have a good checklist, go on. So you got the paper checklist essentially, which is the fun long ones you can read, or you have also got the interactive checklist as well, which you can access. It is long, but it is very in-depth. So if I actually go back to my menu, there you go. Flight deck preparation, 91 steps. That's everything you need to know about controlling the aeroplane. Click on the button, it shows you exactly where to look as well, which is pretty cool. Apart from that, climbing down through 23,000 feet, speed is fine, the aircraft's fine, no complaints from me yet. Just oh, the hell, yellow hydraulic system now is in op. And part of some of the spoilers are in op. And okay. Cool. We've lost our yellow hydraulics. I don't know what I've done. That's a problem. Like I say, they're not so the flaps are slow and some of the spoilers won't work. Some of the stats won't work, but it's not a total failure. There is enough working to keep the airplane flying. And so I'll try and figure out at some point if there is a way I can bring that system back to life. It just means that the co-pilot side systems are completely down, so I can fly the entire time. JetBlue and Air Transat use A321s. A321 Neos, Valentino, they use 321 Neos. So I'll just clear the messages and pretend like nothing's gone wrong. Cool. Whoops, autopilot's activated. Why is that? My guess, inside hydraulics. This is going to be interesting. As long as system 1 is active, that means you have got some control of the aeroplane. Don't worry, game man, we've got it under control. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's under control. Sense gravity in the A310, you can find it on tablet rather. If you go over to the weight configuration, it gives you both. Whoops, sorry, this one. It gives you your. This one, sorry. It gives you your centre of gravity and your trim requirements. In this case, trim right now is centre of gravity is 27.6%. On departure, that's at 29%. 222 passengers, cargo 5.7, fuel 12 on board at start. Aircraft there, Airbus A310 304. Flight details, that's our call sign, departure and arrival airports. Right, I'll leave you on the... I don't know. You're on the weights page for now. Whoops, bit of turbulence. This is going to be a flight to remember. But we're still airborne, still climbing, I think. No, not, 280. There is flight control continuity at Mersey, so I'll probably just fly direct to max now and just continue on from there. I should continue to climb a bit further now. There we go. Oh yeah, always think positively. Always look. Whoops. Stand by. There we go. Whoops. Pack's died. Hasn't died. Oh, there you go. HUD's back. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. So, we got no pitch fuel for co-pilot side, 2 set spoilers out, pitch trim for co-pilot side is out, and your down for pilot side is out. Yeah, okay, co-pilot is definitely not flying in this aeroplane today. Over Germany, we are right now flying, or limping, just south of Memmingen at the moment. Passing through 30,000 feet, flight level 300. Welcome Rob, how you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chat, how today, dude? So, any questions? Nah, so far so good. Flight Sim's 40th anniversary update. So the original Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.0, released well 40 years ago, as the name suggests. And so with it, several new aeroplanes. We've now got the 1903 Wright Flyer, we've got the 1915 Curtiss JM4 Jenny, we've got the 1927 Ryan MYP Spirit St. Louis, we have the 35 Douglas DC-3, which of course is an aircraft I'm quite excited for, the 1937 Grumman G21 Goose, the 1947 de Havilland's DHC-2 Beaver, and the 1947 Hughes H4 Hercules Spruce Goose, which is the largest airplane ever built, albeit never ever, well, largest wooden airplane ever built, albeit never flew. Of course, on top of that, we've got a plethora of new GA aircraft, gliders, helicopters. In fact, there's 2 new helicopters in the sim, which I have a chance to look at some point as well. And yeah, I must say, so there you go. Here's the official image from Microsoft. The list of free aircraft in standard is honestly quite amazing now. I mean, look at that. We've got the 310 here, 320, 74, and A320 as the default jetliners. So there you go, 310, 320, and 747 default jetliners, passenger jets. Douglas DC-3's in there as well, which is pretty cool. Spruce Goose, pretty fun. Yeah, so there's one helicopter. We've got the Cabri G2, and the second helicopter is the... Where are you? Sure, there's 2 of them. Oh, there you go. Yes, the Bell 407. In fact, I've been on the Bell 407. Flew on in New York. I went there a couple of months ago. Of course, 787 State Supreme Deluxe, but not a bad list for default aeroplanes. Also, get the Wright Flyer at some point as well. Now, the A310 probably was the most exciting of all the aeroplanes, probably for a lot of people as well, actually. It's a jetliner, 1980s, classic Airbus, and of course, Airbus that use yokes, not side stick. Is there background noises there? Is that any better? If not, I can look into getting a filter. Stand by. Is that any better? I don't think it is, but hang on, how's that sound? Let me have a listen to the stream. You guys as well, you can judge. Oops, so you may have that. Does it sound better or does it not? It's aeroplane adverts. Sound better or does it not? It's aeroplane adverts. Sound better or does it not? It doesn't sound too bad. Doesn't sound too bad at all. Yes, aeroplane can fly up to 9 hours, about 5,200 nautical mile range for the A310. This aircraft can go transatlantic with ease. A380 is the largest aircraft from Heathrow, smallest is the ATR from Loganair. I think so, yes. I can't think of anything smaller that Loganair flying to Heathrow, or any other airline flying to Heathrow. We used to have the 737-600 from Scandinavian, although that was still bigger than a ATR. I have flown the Embraer 145 out of Heathrow before. I don't know how that compares in terms of passenger numbers, the Embraer 145 to the ATR. That also was Loganair. Welcome Sim, how you doing? Sim Aviation. Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat, send say dude. Woo! Bit of turbulence. We are now, well, we did get up a cruising altitude 36,000 feet. That has knocked 200 feet off our altitude. Can you show me your cockpit cam settings? So in terms of the cameras, it's, well, this is just default camera setup. But in MSFS, you can set up custom viewpoints. So in my case, set up left seat, right seat, overhead panel, FMS, GoPro, left window, right window, and back of the aeroplane. Right, so welcome to cruising altitude. You can sit at flight level 370 for the majority of the flights. In a couple of minutes, we're looking into configuring our arrival into Heathrow. So current active runway for landing is arrival runway 27 left. Quick check the flight plan. 27. Actually, 09 on the flight plan, so I'm going to change that around anyway. So with 27 left on the Alesso arrival regardless, which in a bit. In fact, 27 left is a good runway for us. Hopefully, if FlightControlReplay works on this, we will also be able to essentially do a Mercer Avenue view of the landing. How many of 310? Several. So it's not default in the sim is just default liveries for MSFS. If you go to iniManager, from here you can download basically every single railroad livery ever produced on this aeroplane. So wait for it to load. Livery Manager, A310, and there you go. Every airline you've ever wanted for 310. That's the iniManager Manager, free to download. If you've got the A310, worth downloading because of course liveries. Thank you to Dan on the Discord group for telling me that it exists, and also to the MSFS group as well for telling me and helping me how to find it. Oh yes, on Xbox, no liveries. At the moment, liveries are currently set to PC. That's just down to the limitation of the system. What I might do, slide directs to Romeo Lima Papa now. So grab the next page. So you're up and down for this one. Grab Romeo Lima Papa, just as that's directed to makes life a little bit easier, a little bit quicker after flights. Outside the plane, not a problem. So this is the Airbus A310. Short and stubborn aeroplane, but it served a range of medium. Well, it served everything: short, medium, and long haul. Capacity for about 240 passengers max, I think it was. I say it's a free aeroplane that comes with the sim now, so I'd say worth the download, as it does download automatically to the Microsoft Flight Sim. So definitely worth the flight. If you like your jetliners, it's a bit more hands-on, old-fashioned, steam gauges. What's not to love about it? Right, let's look into our Heathrow configuration, shall we? So look at the flight plan. That in a bit. Right. What do I want to do? So I'm going to grab Heathrow, look at the stars. Arrival runway at Heathrow today is, according to the ATIS, so it's 27 left, confirm that, yes. Oh, it's 27 left. And this will be via, it's going to be the Letter 1 Hotel, is it? Yes, it is, okay, that's fine. So that. Let's get transition for now. We head over to plan modes, to see how that looks on the actual flight plan. So step, 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 step. Less so. I presume we can get vectors Heathrow regardless. Oh yeah, because he's going to essentially just jump us straight to the end of the glide path for 27 left. I've already done it, has it? It's just giving me Heathrow, hasn't it? Clear you. No, don't clear that, sorry. So that, start, -7 left there, so insert. Doesn't really look too special. We'll just request the vectors. Oh no, there you go, it's given us something. So step, 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 step. Essentially just flying straight in, and then land. So we'll take it as it is. If they want to give us different routes controller, we'll just get them to fix it instead. Click continuity, and flight plan is confirmed. Top of descent is between Abner and Demal. In terms of the arrivals now, let's take off approach modes. We can set up that 20 degrees of flaps is so we'll go for 30-40 on the flaps. Wind correction plus 5 knots. Flaps 149, flaps is fine. V approach to 142, and our decision heights. That's Heathrow 27. 26 even, sorry, 26 left. Chart, sorry, charts 270, 27 left. Right, so decision height today, category 2, radio answer of 102. We'll do it from the decision height, so 177 sets. That's fine. Over here, set the decision heights of 177. 90 will do. Does C3 have autopilot? I presume it does, Game Man. I presume the C3 will have autopilot, yes. I must admit I haven't checked it yet, but something I'll try and do in the next couple of days, and try to do a few flights with it as well. Apart from that, despite the fact our hydraulic systems are all dead, the aircraft hasn't really given us too much to shout about. I will try and do the A310 tutorials. Certainly something I'd like to do. It's just a case of how good I am with the aeroplane. I'm going to need to practice a bit more before I do that, that's for sure. Even right now, not perfect, but we shall see how it goes. How do you anticipate you're playing? Practice, Jungzol, or in this case, guessing and hoping for the best, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm presuming I'm flying this like a jetliner basically. So you follow the same process of batteries, ground power, hydraulics, fuel, APU, this, that, this, and just hoping that it all works. And most aircraft are essentially the same in terms of kind of their order. Just need to remember where the switches themselves are. 54 active in the A310. Very good. Very, very good. Never showed its tracking in, did I? Just quickly add that now. So if you want to track our flights on IVAO, feel free to do so via this link right here. Let's be able to. Well, that gives you a live map of where our airplane is and how we're doing progress-wise. In terms of ATC, what are we expecting today? That's an approach frequency, of course. The next time we speak to ATC will be at Heathrow Director, so that's fine. So down below, there's a little glider. That's all on the gliders now in the iniSim. Yeah, we're doing a bit of flying down below, which is very good. Go to active aircrafts. A310. So there you go. Every single active A310, right now in Flight Sim. One of these will be us. Yes, flight level 370, 37,000 feet at the moment. So down below the glider. Probably a bit too far away to actually see it, but there you go, happy gliding whoever's down there. How do you get new aircraft on Navigraph? The chart on the Navigraph's really throwing you off. Yeah, it's going to take a bit getting used to. Even right now I'm a bit 50-50 with it, so I prefer the odd layouts. But in terms of getting the aircraft to appear, I think it's the sync with current flight option that you view. Nope. I'll be honest, I have no idea. I have no idea. There they go. Moving maps. They go. Off, it's gone. On, invisible. If your aircraft's calibration going to reversers, make sure that on the calibration settings you turn off. There you go, reverse on throttle axis. In my case, the reversers are a separate button, therefore one comes off. No, they're not on a throttle axis. If you've got the HOTAS Airbus, then you'll keep that on, because the reversers are on the same axis. So it's, yeah, that's where you need to do it. Is it just you, or the frame's a bit worse right now and it's disconnected? The internet disconnecting is because of the fact that the server load is quite heavy right now, because of course everyone's flying this aeroplane. As for frame rates, hit and miss, depends on your system really, depends how it's taking the upgrade. In my case, FPS I'd say is a tiny bit worse, but very minute. For the most part, running pretty smooth. I don't know about a shortcut toggle button yet, I must admit I do not know. Back in 2 seconds. Right, I was just having a quick browse of the Facebook group that I'm an admin on, and a little feature I may have just noticed, which actually looks quite interesting. Go to the weather tab. There you go, 3D thermals. It's not going to affect the airplane right now because we're up a high cruise, but for the gliders, that could be quite interesting. We'll have to check that out later on. I have done a tutorial on doing camera views. I did the same method for this. If you want to see my hang on, Drawyah camera. So if you want to see how to do the camera views for the A310, essentially just follow this tutorial, which shows you everything step by step. There you go. Now this is the camera tutorial. Liveries, there are liveries. So I'm now flying in the Lufthansa livery. Noah, it's been a while, man. How you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. Hope you're alright, mates. So far so good. Flight's progressing well. We're a little behind schedule, but it shouldn't be too bad for the arrival today, I don't think. Mounting throttle, idler life, goes to reverse thrust when it calibrates. Have you turn that checkbox off and then recalibrate. Once you've done that, restart the flight, and it should then reset the controls for the aeroplane. So check the checkbox first, then calibrate, then restart flight. That's the order to do it. So when I first did it, I thought it was a bit funny as well, but eventually got it working. What is it in plan mode? Sorry, it should be in map or arc. There we go, it's more like it. Yes, there is a cabin, although only in the enhanced version of the airplane. So there's the default A310, which you can get, which gets downloaded for free for everyone. And if you go to the marketplace, download the free enhancement mods, and actually adds the cabin and better textures as well. There you go, aircraft stats as well. So out of the temperature mods. Give back to me normal numbers. So I think, yeah, you can't click on any of this, can't you? No. So yeah, that's progress my trip with the same in the help settings. I'll bring it back to normal. So outside temperature is minus 59, currently at 12,000 meters airborne, vertical speed 60 per minute, ground speed is 926 kilometers per hour, heading 268. This is destination 600 kilometers to go. ETA 52 minutes, we're about 10 minutes behind schedule. Well, for the Americans out there, 74 negative Fahrenheit, 37,000 feet, minus 33 minutes, ground speed 257 miles per hour, heading to 267 of course, 377 miles to go, VTA again 52 minutes. Flight is progressing. I presume it'd go in the regular one bigger. That being said, you don't even need to use, to be fair, yeah, you don't even need to use the config editor for this one, because in this aeroplane you go behind you, and you can just open the cabin door, and you go through the cabin door. So if the aircraft has an accessible cabin like this, for example the Phoenix 320, you don't actually need to edit the config file because you can just go straight into the back anyway. Access to the aeroplane from here. I'm enjoying the 310 as well, Revo. I don't fully understand it. It's stuff I'm still learning, of course, but we will get there. We will certainly get there. Just like most things, it takes a bit of time. Toilets? It's going to be blocked, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be war there. Livery on the iniScene manager. So if you download the ini manager, free to download on the iniSbuild's website. Let it load. Go to livery manager. Go to the 310, and you've got all the liveries available on this page. That's what you want for liveries. No worries. Demetrius, Demarcus, Bartholomew, James Jr. III. Actually, what I really want to look at is the pressure. Pressure. See if we can figure out what's wrong with the hydraulics. That's cabin pressure, cabin action is fine. HDC bleeds, conditions, APU, hydraulics. Alright, what's on the there's why is this not working? The hydraulics is, they all look a little bit low, the hydraulics, but blue and green is still working, just yellow is giving up on us. No idea why, no idea how to kick it back into life. Welcome Melbourne Metro, how are you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to the chat tent today, dude. Yeah, A310, 1980s technology, it's old school. Definitely old school. FedEx A310, that's just departing out of Shellon's factory. So that's where the Shellon's where the A350 from the BA went via. I can't remember where that was. There from A320, A320. Yeah, it's both IVAO and VATSIM will be very A310 heavy over the next couple of weeks. There's another one heading into East Midlands from Liège, FedEx. It's being very popular at the moment. The one behind it. 789 gets Atlanta, very good. 777, 777 Whiskey. Oh, I see Heathrow disconnected. That's a shame. Hope they return. They might need to on the other end. No, British Airways, as far as I'm aware, did not operate the A310. Welcome. Yeah, Melbourne again. Alright, so up at cruise, top of descent, you can see on the ND now, the arrow top drop is slowly approaching. Also notice how the primary flight display is above the navigation display, not side to side as you get modern jets. Apart from that, not looking too bad. Yes, Munich operated 310. Lufthansa one of the large operators of 310. And for operators now, there are 4 operators: Mahon, Iran Air, some Afghan airline I can't remember the name of, and then the 4th one, no idea. I'm sure someone will be able to search it out for me. Yes, Swiss operator 310. Air Transat Cersei operates 310, probably one of the more famous operators of it from the that's it, Oman Air. Oman Air is also the 4th operator. Yeah, Air Transat one of the most famous operators 310 because they had the Azores glider when they had the fuel failure, which led to an engine failure, and then glided the aircraft about 120 miles before bringing it into land in the Azores. Quite a story, that one. Pan Am as well. I'm sure Pan Am operates 310. And I have to check Eastern. I know Eastern Airlines are one of the biggest operators of the A300. I don't know about the A310. An Airbus A310 has a flex tent close to landing gear on the right. Very good. On the Xbox, you have to manually put the flight plan in, and there is an FB that works. Yes, so you do need to put in the flight plan. I don't know, would it have SimBrief integrations? If you go to menu, ACARS page, you can put your SimBrief username. Does the Xbox version have SimBrief? I'd love to know that, because if so, it's the first aeroplane, and a proper default aeroplane, that actually has SimBrief integration. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Oh yeah, it's really good, Willie. It's a very high quality aeroplane, free to download, available with sim updates, the world updates, the anniversary updates. I'm enjoying it, I really am. Alright, let me quickly check the... Yes, the stuff, like I said, the stuff I don't know what to do, for example, so I can do the ILS frequency, that's not a problem, that'll be done over here. Oh, and course is done here as well. Okay, that's perfect. Right, so ILS for Heathrow 27 left. Let's plug that in now. across, grab the Heathrow charts. Approach 27 left. So it's frequency of 109, decimal 5. And it's a course of 269er. And then we've got the London VOR of 113.6. Right, inactive. How do I activate CVORs? I'd love to know that. Anything over here? Probably press. Oh yeah, VOR. Right, 113.6. Let's get back onto the nav. So yeah, leave it on nav for now. Alright, let's go to the airport, and that's our got our bias report set up. That's fine. In terms of approach modes, I presume that's what the landing switch over here is for. So you press that for landing modes. Worst case scenario, just flying by hand. Yeah, that's it really, I guess. Just carrying our flights. Once again, for whoops, that was me. Sorry. So if you go to ini Manager, as it loads, the liveries pilot Spain, you just head over to the Livery Manager and selects the A310. So has it with grating weird, I wish. So the passenger operations are Mahanair and Iranair, that's correct. Right, Livery Manager, A310, these are all your A310 liveries. Access liveries from the A310's section of the Livery Manager on the iniBuilds Manager. Couple of minutes, we'll be flying overhead Paris. View of Charles de Gaulle on the left hand side. 12%, about 150 miles to go now. Can we do snacks and drinks? While we're here, let's go through the cabin, shall we? Let's see who's on board our flights. Any names you recognise, give us a shout. And we shall go through their stats. So it's using TF Design packs. We've got 320 passenger aboard today. No, nobody turns out for me today, I'm afraid. No, absolutely no one. Last time I used PAX, SIM kept crashing, speeding up, slowing down. I'm not sure if that's a PAX issue then, live specs, as PAX doesn't touch the SIM. It uses FSUI PC, which is external. It's side-loaded, not in the SIM, so unlikely to cause, I'm afraid. I haven't tried the Velocity 1, but I have tried the Satec Yoke. I mean, the Velocity 1 I presume is the better product because it's about 12 years newer than the Satec Yoke. My brother used to have the Satec Yoke as his first one. Decent unit. If you've got the rubber band mod going for it, it works pretty well. But I'd probably say the Velocity is the better product out of the two. I mean, I used the Thrustmaster TCA Boeing Yoke for my Boeing Yoke on an Airbus 310. I use the 310, the Boeing Yoke for flight sim. Also worth having a look at the Honeycomb as well. Decent products. Satec, really go for these days if you're on a really strict budget. It's a decent yoke, but has aged now since its first release. We are using online right now, generic pilots. We have got satellite imagery down below. It seems to be much smoother now. much smoother. To be fair, when it comes to flight sim hardware, I swear by Thrustmaster for basically everything. I've got the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog for the yoke. For the stick, sorry, the stick and throttle is HOTAS Warthog from Thrustmaster. Yoke is HOTAS Boeing from Thrustmaster. Yes, Rick Bamev. Good spot there, Adrian. Show the cabin, sure. So it's predominantly a 3x3x3 seating layout, so I just split to 2x3x2 at the back. The aeroplane with the cabin narrows down a bit. There is a small first class section in front as well, but for the most part, it's mostly, well, I say first, it's more of a business class premium economy there at the front. But yeah, it's a decent little cabin. Seatbelt signs and noticeable signs are interactive, so for some reason they're all turned off right now. With so you can set to automatic. If I turn them back on, so on and on, you can now see both lights are illuminated, no smoking seatbelts. Turn the seatbelts off. No smoke stays illuminated, but seatbelt signs then turn off. So yeah, that's all interactive from the airplane, and that's all simulated, which is very nice. Jump to a seat, shall we? There you go. Standard cabin, really. Nothing much more to say. Does the job. Does the job alright. They're always DFG, aren't they? I know. Whoops. Oh, mouse glitched again. HOK. I don't know, ignore me. ABC, DFG, HJK. Fair enough. Right now, frame rate, I'm getting solid 30 FPS, although I am limiting my sims to 30 FPS for the sake of giving it more CPU room and GPU room to play with. The cabin is free, Pilot's Bay, and you head over to the Content Manager, you search A310, click on Download. What are your route on the navigation display? So, is your flight director linked to the left hand side? Make sure the crosshairs on this side. You can change by clicking up. Now see crosshairs on co-pilot's side. Click up again, crosshairs on captain's side. Make sure your autopilot's active, your navigation is active, and your system sets to nav. And those are the requirements for the A310. Fixed throttles, very good. Cabin's available. So yes, cabin right now is only available on PC. Xbox does not yet have it because of limitations. But if you're on PC, so if you've got a decent system spec, definitely worth a download. Nice to have the extra things to look at. Paris, you're on the left hand side. Must admit, the window view is not perfect for the left, and adjusting it isn't particularly easy either. Can we spot the airport, Charles de Gaulle? Probably not, it's just a little bit too far away for us. You can see that's our position. Now roving at Podok, Charles de Gaulle on the left hand side. Not sure about the click spot yet, no, I haven't found anything yet. I shall report when I find it, if I find it. Top percent, 90 miles. Right, back in 2 seconds. Cool, we're back, and hopefully for the rest of the flights. Yeah, enjoy it, Danny. It's a really good update so far. Really enjoying it. 310, very fun to fly, although very hands-on. Harris can't even control the plane. Fair enough. Toga buttons. Is it so? This button here, is that Toga? Is it? Good to know. I mean, I don't mind it too much about the AMD A310. A bit more hands-on to fly, a bit more hands-on setup, but once you're airborne, very, very good. Just minus the fact that we are missing about a third of our hydraulics. Make landing more fun. Be advised that you just like descent and descending on profile, it triggers VREF speed. Oh, okay. I'll be sure to give that. Well, I'll give it a go. It triggers VREF on my end, and I'll well switch over to level change as well. Cheers, heads up, Adrian. Yeah, so is there a way to make the FMC programming and takeoff not so difficult? FMC program, I mean, is this linked to the default MSFS flight planner? I must admit I haven't checked yet. I do things more hands-on. But as for the startup and takeoff, very hands-on. The aircraft can let you jump different steps. So for example, if you go to the tablets, head over to the little 3 sliders, you can go to cold and dark, on GPU, APU, or ready for takeoff, and then just set as default activate. We're not going to do that. So you can jump to different modes if you want to. We'll do that. We'll jump modes as well. Yeah, this is a takeoff calculation. Don't think there's a landing calculator down on the FMS. But yes, it's not. When you practice, it's not too bad. Vertical speeds is vertical speed at the end of the day. That's what you'd expect from the system. I mean, presumably, look at the flight plan so far. Decimal 8 all the way to flight level, well, to about 20,000. So 267 knots, and then 250 below 10,000. So presumably the aircraft should follow this in terms of the profile we've set. But we'll give it a go, see how it goes. Avion, question about the FSX A320. The FSX 320, gosh. Airtime takeoff, click the on autopilot, plane flies straight up at below 20,000 feet, starts to push up on stalls. We're going to guess check the speed indicator, because I think that's done manually in the FSX 320. Check the speed indicator, make sure that's set to at least Mach decimal 7.8 as a minimum, or if you're doing it by airspeed, about 300 knots. I must admit I haven't used FSX default 320 in about 15 years now, so it's not quite top of my memory. Currently A310 in real world, there's a flight from Doha to Oman. We're on there, very good. I find it moves, the 310. To your expectations, is it as good as you hoped? For me, so very hands-on, very technical, but I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Yes, A310 has got, well, it's got profile option, which acts as VNav on the A310, so yes, empathy it does. Nav is for LNav, profiles for VNav, make sure it comes into nav mode, and switch over to ILS when you're ready to land. And of course, if you are only flying it VOR to VOR manually, which is setting up the frequencies for each step of the way. Bit more hands-on. Keeps banking left or right in 787 LNav. Fly direct to the next waypoint, so a bit further away, the aircraft will catch up. It is a known issue. Fly direct to a further away waypoint, the aircraft will figure it out. Mine keeps crashing and hit the insert button for the init page. Not an issue I had when I set my aircraft up. I think these work out pretty alright for initialisation. Right, top of descent, expected at 48. Top of descent in 2 minutes to something the passenger, shall we? Hello ladies and gentlemen, updates from the flight deck. We are shortly about to start our descent into London Heathrow Airport, and we'll be landing in approximately 25 minutes. We do apologise, we are slightly behind schedule, about 10 minutes. That's due to the weather out at Munich, causing a slight delay on the departure. Quick update on the weather for you. Currently at London, the weather is reporting to be at around... I wish I didn't close the map. Weather reports to be around 6 degrees centigrade. That is set to drop tonight, with potential storms and rains overnight. If you need to tell us, please do so now, as we'll soon be storing the aircraft for approach and landing. Once again, we hope you enjoyed the rest of your flight with Lufthansa today. Thank you. The pack's catching up with that message. So on the ND slightly get the top drop visible to us. Top of glide slope at Heathrow Airport is going to be at 2,500 feet. So we get 2,500 ready, I guess. Okay, 2,000 it is. Whoops, I'm going to modify that as the web address for a delay. So that was due to weather, which is about 10 minutes. 41,000 feet is the scenic service for the A310. 41,000 feet. Bit of 41,000 feet. Airbus A310-900 with FlyLive flights from Heathrow to Helsinki to Heathrow. Highest I've ever been. I'll try and do a tour of the 310U flight. Like I say, I've got a bit more to practice myself with the aeroplane, but hopefully something I'll be able to do. Probably do it in the usual Heathrow to Helsinki flight plan I always do for tutorials. So it's a simple flight plan, 2 hours length, and always a good bit of scenery as well. Also, Helsinki, very good to land at. It's got 3 runways in 3 different directions. The MD-11, that's not TFDR Designs MD-11. It's a different developer. I can't remember the name of them. Must admit, not a fan. Not a fan. Right, profile mode set. Aircraft can start descending. Hopefully, it should still follow the speeder set on the FMS. There we go. And now descending. The ascents. It's quite a bit above where we need to be, but that should be pretty good. Now the English Channel. Leaving France. Very soon. Over the United Kingdom. There is a PAX file for the A310 available on FlightControlReplay 2. That's what I've used for today's stream. It's not one of the defaults. There is one available for free on FlightControlReplay 2, which I'm using. I don't know about automatic routing Harris on the default map. I presume it would do being default aeroplane, but I must be honest, I don't know for certain. On back Revo, I've just got us at the top of descents. We have 9 nights, but rather not since it's a weekend you're streaming. I mean, I've got to work tomorrow morning. I'm leaving at, well, I've got to be up at 4 in the morning tomorrow, so as soon as I land, I'm going straight to bed. And we'll be landing in about half an hour, 20 minutes or so. In fact, ETA for landing. Touchdown at supposedly about 13 minutes for landing. Feeling a bit more than that. Have you ever saw the 320? No, Evion, because the A320 is essentially impossible to store because it's got its fly-by protections in place. So if the aircraft detects you going a bit too slow, it will automatically max your throttles out. So it's holding the speed for us as well as managing our descents. That seems to be okay for now. A bit steep descent there, 5 degrees down, but passenger might look too much like one satisfaction. Everything else seems pretty okay. I wish I had heated blankets. I used to. For a couple of years it failed. I'm gonna get a new one. I don't know about default key bindings, Argos. If there were, I've already changed them to my own key bindings. So, whoops. Liveries on the iniManager. You fly iniManager. I've shown it about 3 times in the stream, so I'll go back and have a look. Passing through flight level 300, 8,000 feet. Local altimeter at Heathrow is currently reporting as QNH of 1028. So set up now quickly. Don't go near because it's. There you go. Okay, we've got standard for now. I'll do that to a lower altitude. The FMS flex into initialization, and it should be on the left-hand side. Sorry, flex. Not Cosnex, sorry, that's Cosnex. For Flex, I must admit, I don't know. I must admit, I don't know where you put Flex in. Like I say, still stuff I'm learning on this aeroplane myself. I don't know, I kind of prefer the old layout for Navigraph. This one's not too bad, it's going to take a bit getting used to. But old one I was quite happy with. Yeah, I've not heard... The new MD-11 I've heard is not so good. The reviews are very weak for it. I'm going to wait for TFL Design to release theirs. That's when I think we'll get a proper MD-11 in MSFS. I just told you where its deliveries from. Listen. So start of descent. We'll soon be entering the UK just overhead at Hastings St Leonard's. Nice area. I'm Hastings twice actually now. Passing through 20,000 feet. Gotta say, the sound as well, because I hear A310s flying overhead every so often, because I don't live too far from Heathrow airports, so you still get the odd cargo flight that goes in and out of DHL. The audio is good. This sounds really good. I presume the MD-11 will come out with free MD-11 out for packs, since it's the same developer, TFDR Design, so I presume there will be. I don't know about A386 pilot's plane, that I don't know. Yeah, got a little bit at the moment it's dealing with, a little bit of turbulence, but it's not too bad at the moment, it's nothing you can't handle. Gotta say, the descent performance in this aircraft is fantastic. It drops like a rock. Yeah, come on 310, we're almost there. Almost there. Welcome to the UK. Takeoff's really pushing for that. It's about 5 degrees pitch it's doing right now. It's really pushing for it. I like it, Bart. I like it. So far, so good with the 310. I don't know it fully. I do have to bear in mind that they are having some minor hydraulic failures, but we have got enough of the airplane working to commit a safe landing. Yeah, the CRT's cathode ray tube displays are very nice. And yeah, you are right, Revo. It's a freeway aeroplane. You get it in the sim. Nothing to purchase, nothing to wait for. It's an A310. Just get it. Pick it up, fly it. Nothing's holding you back. Install the A310, automatically installed Kazza with the 40th anniversary update, sim update 11. Automatically there. Just scroll on the list of aeroplanes until you find the A310. I think it's actually the very first aeroplane on that list. Sim's frozen for a second. I guess it's loading up the Gatwick scenery because that's always a heavy loader. Do I prefer the 310 or 320? Probably still the 320 because it's a more modern aeroplane that you just press 3 buttons and it goes. This one though, very hands-on. I'm sure I'll definitely have a few chances to fly it again in future, just to get more used to it. Just give it a few seconds, it will catch up. Yes, it's only both the Gatwick and Heathrow sceneries, which are two very big add-ons, so it will get there. Here we go. Thank you, aeroplane, for reminding me that half your systems don't work. Yes, I know hydraulics are low on yellow. Well aware of that fact. Yes, I'm well aware there's going to be slow flaps. Right, seatbelt signs on. Passengers, please return to your seats. Altimeter 1024. Approach 1028. So spoilers out, help with descent. Should right now be at, well, Lima Echo 01120. Lima Echo 01. We're about 1,500 feet too high at this point in time. There it goes. Right, since I'm going to start dropping now a bit more. Should catch up. About 1,000 feet above. Get FlightControlReplay up and running. It might take a second to load. There we go. It's really starting to annoy me now with the hydraulic system. Cabin crew, 10 minutes landing, 10 minutes.
We have begun our final descent into London Heathrow. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to select any craft one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed in
10,000 feet. Landing lights on.
carry on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat cushion.
So we should now be down to Biggin Hill passing at 7,000. We're at 9,000. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably do a quick bit of vectoring. Yeah, do a bit of vectoring, so I get a heading of... Actually, can I set a hold up at Biggin quickly? Flight plan, Biggin, holds, inserts, cool. So that will allow us to hold at Biggin for a little bit and just catch up with the speed and altitude requirements for this part of the approach. Welcome Raymond from the Mortar, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat, and stay dude. Let's put the City of London in front of us. London City Airport coming into view. Do a single loop at Biggin. There you go, the attitude's now catching up to us. It's going to be slightly more certain of our approach into Heathrow. That's what we expect. Let's edge of flaps. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Hold that 220 knots, please. The aircraft should now hopefully start to level off 7,000. Nope, okay. Plan B. Altitude holds. Flaps 15. That's 210 knots. Alright, what I'm trying to do is now is going to leave the holds. Begin, holds, do I cancel it from here? Whoops. Actually, I think it's a case of you go to clear, don't you? So flight plan, clear the holds, clear discontinuity, and then fly direct back to begin. Throw it back to nav mode. The airplane fix itself from there. Nose revote. You take care, dude. You have a good night. Just completing the whole loop now. Begin. Back to the flight plan. Continue our approach into London Heathrow Airport. I'll say the low mist and clouds lighting does look really good. Like I say, I've not actually landed the A310 yet. This will be my very first attempts at that. Hopefully, it should go without too much of a problem. So that craft isn't holding altitude anymore. Altitude holds, there we go. Level up 5,000 feet. Just begin hill down below. I should turn my graphics down just a tiny little bit right now because you can see it's starting to chug a little bit at the moment. Drop the Down to medium. Let's drop this down to about. Nah, sharpening's fine. Attention high, that's fine. Anything I can kill off, save a bit of frame rate. Set the train to medium as well. It's also medium. Where's the taskbar now on screen? Don't like that. Taskbars. That's annoying. There we go. Right, so we're going to continue with our approach. Auto brakes, we'll do that in 2 seconds. We're going to use auto brake medium first, and for Heathrow, the Liets. The closer we get to London, yeah, some people report FPS problems with the A310. For the most part, I've been okay today. Must admit though, flying into a very detailed scenery at Heathrow in a very detailed aeroplane has taken a few frames off the system. But we'll be okay. Once again, the fact that it's fuel management check. Fuel management looks okay to me. Yeah, everything all apart from the sensory fuel tanks, those are fine. Can consider if we need to, but don't think we need it. So clear that, let's carry on. Welcome Edith, how are you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chats. Back to profile. A little bit above where we need to be now, but we'll catch up. So she has to slow down as well. So that's 30 for landing. MDA's minimum decision altitude. Minimum decision altitude. To let the aircraft do the left hand turn, hopefully should find ourselves in a position where we can switch over to ILS system and let the aircraft land. We've got enough for a little bit longer. Left hand turn take place. Switch over to ILS and prepare ourselves for our landing. Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. Right, landing system on. Thank you, Zach, for the 2 dots there. Hello, Rob. Welcome to you, Zach. How are you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to the chats. Get it down. That's 30. My wrist stop applied slight. The aircraft is still pushing for it. Can use vertical speed to speed it up if I need to. Go. Right. Fully established, runway 27 left. 149 approach speed set. Now, I must admit, I don't think you have auto throttle on A310's landing, like the Boeing. You turn it off on the approach, and the aircraft is stabilised. So she'll be doing that as well during the approach today. As I say, I've never landed this airplane before. It's been the first time doing it, so wish me luck. Got a pilot now. That's off. There we go. Right, let's land this, shall we? Safe landing. No bit of wind, but should be okay. And the gear should be down. Ooh, good shout. Gear down, please. Throttle. Reverse is set. Knots, 80 knots, 60 knots, reverses idle, vacate runway to the right. Not bad that. Was it minus 260 something? I'll take it for a first time landing. I'll take that. A little bit of wind there, but nothing too excessive. And I must admit, I have had better frame rate on landing. That was a bit stuttery, but again, I'm flying an iniSim aircraft into an iniScene scenery.
The local time is 2:12 p.m.
I'll take it.
About 11 degrees
Times 6 Yankee Victor, runway vacated. Enjoy takeoff there, speedbird on the runway. Yes, IVAO has got Voice UNICOM now, so it can communicate with other pilots by voice. Whoops, off, taxi set. APU switch to ignition and start. There was a donor as well, sorry. $2 there from Soycrit. Is it normal to wash your PC in a dishwasher? We'll have to think about that. We'll have to seriously think about that. No. I'm getting away with the case, but none of the components. It's not in the iniScene for the cabin, Pilot Spain. I said it's in the content manager. There you have it. A310, happily landed here at Heathrow. This is a Shareways into takeoff. So towards Terminal 3, beginning of Lufthansa. That sounds on the right, should suffice for us. 316, that will do. Just the 310 for the Captain Ray, just for the 310. Yes, this is the same plane that had the glide across the Atlantic when he ran out of fuel. That was the Air Transat Airbus A310. And hold position, parking brake is set. APU is available. Did I start the APU? There you go, APU available. APU, whoops. What was that? APU bleed on. Ooh. Obviously, it's not a parking brake. I'm sure it's a parking brake. Stand by. There we go, that's more like it. Still rolling. Hang on, hold. Parking brake. Parking brake is. Oh, we'll have engines off. Get the switch, there we go. There we go, parking brake set. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London Heathrow. That was like the ending. Yeah, so what's that we on? We're on 316. So we'll get GSX now to do this location for us. Heading menu. Oh, I don't know if GSX has now died on us. Yep, I think it has. Cool. No GSX, that's fine, we'll go without it. We'll get this to do the jet bridge for us then, so aircraft jetway. Gonna kill the seatbelt signs. Going to kill the beacon lights. That should do for now. Just gonna say, excuse the poor frame rates. Obviously, I need to do a bit more configuration with this aircraft on the sim right now because it's FPS heavy. If you have the enhancement pack installed, it is FPS heavy. I'm not going to do that for a second. We'll give the replay a go. Hopefully, it's not too bad of a frame rate, but yes, we do have a replay. The Gimli glider was an A330. The Azores glider was an A310. This yoke now doesn't need any more. Give myself a bit more legroom and comfort. Cool. So, yeah, let's see what the passengers for that flight, shall we? New end of flights. Times of 2476, 310-300 from Munich to Heathrow, 133 flight time. About 10 minutes behind on departure, about 15 late on arrival, but not in a lot of that. 230 passengers, no satisfaction, minus 213. I'll take that for a landing rate. Time 153. Yeah, short arrival related to weather, but I'll take that. If you want to see the flight reports in detail, I'll drop it down in the chat for you. Feel free to have a little read of our records. Like I say, we have got a replay. Hopefully the frame rate's not too bad. We'll go through the liveries one more time. So if you go to the ini manager, all we've got to do for the liveries is go to livery manager, A310, and then here you get all the liveries for the A310. If If you want the cockpit upgrade through content, if you want the cabin upgrade through the content manager, liveries through the ini manager. Right, so this is from my video. Thank you for the ATC and traffic today. That's pretty good. Done with packs now. Finish recording the replay. Let's let's do a replay, shall we? Hopefully the frame rate won't give us too badly. I'm going to do what I normally do with the Phoenix, which is quickly switch the engines back on again. So, ready to take off, active. And then go to FlightControlReplay, on loads, load the forward file. That one is the user plane, add to list, and load replay. Cool. Right, so landing from the right hand side perspective. Let's just flat into position and sit here. So you can see a little bit of turn tax on the aircraft there, but for the most part not looking too bad. Right, the webcam sees more of the window, I guess. Yeah, that's it. For the most part, very hands-on aeroplane, very hands-on landing, but I enjoyed it. And touchdown. Let's do the same for the left-hand sides. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not as great of a view for the left-hand side. So I'll try and sort out the camera configuration later for next time, but give it a go for now. We get a nice and steady approach. Like the Hounslow. Don't forget, runway 27 left, we have got Mercer Avenue view as well, you can enjoy it. There we go. Do a landing gear view, see what the touchdown was like for the aeroplane. So if we go over to behind the landing gear. A little bit low in the short final, but we managed to keep it up in there just long enough for touchdown zone. Yeah, that was a smooth enough landing, I'd say. Smooth enough. Right, stick ourselves at Mercer Avenue. So if we go over to that one, unfold the aeroplane, increase the speeds. Stick ourselves, whoops, directly on the ground, not through it. At everyone's favourite spotting point here at Heathrow Airport, so the airplane a few hundred metres back. Back to camera. Oops, right. Man. I mean, I've seen the A310 at Heathrow in real life, cargo variant DHL, but that is a beautiful, beautiful view. So, yeah, I guess that's that really. That's the iniSim A310 as part of the 40th anniversary update to Microsoft Flight Sim. Overall, I like it. How's the airplane? Asked Patrick. I like it. Very fiddly, very hands-on. Still not idea what the hydraulic system gave up on me during takeoff, but apart from that, I'm happy with it. It is FPS heavy. See right now the frame rate's not quite peak at the moment, pushing at about 15-16 at the moment. Frames per second. So it's supposed to be improved in the frame rate side of things, but I also have got the enhanced pack installed as well, which is free on the content manager. But I'm enjoying it. Microsoft Flight Sim, definitely going in the right direction. And again, this is a freeway aeroplane, so you really can't go wrong with it. You've got it, you might as well use it. So, yeah, I guess other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Do subscribe if it's already. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon for the Flight Sim video. Take care of yourselves, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Enjoy your weekend too. I'm working tomorrow, but I'm sure you guys aren't.